Sorry for stepping away there. I didn't have any other choice but to take that phone call. Certain things needed to be taken care of, but it's all good now. It's just you and me, and that electric fireplace with the fancy display. And baking cookies for the rest of the night. Thank you for helping me out, and letting me use your kitchen. I bought everything you told me to. You made it sound like it was a big ask, but it wasn't as bad of a purchase as you made it out to be. I had a hard time picking out what cookie cutouts to get, so I bought a handful. There's a couple different snowflake options, then a snowman, a mitten, a star, and then there's this snow globe one too. The tin containers were a little harder to find, but I managed to get a few dozen. Hey, why are you surprised? I told you, we were going to make enough cookies for everyone that works in my division. Each and every one of them deserves something nice, not just those throwaway takeout containers. They could reuse them later, like how most people turn them into sewing kits, or whatever they do. Right. Off track. Where were we again? We just set out the flour, sugar, and baking powder. And here's the eggs, butter, and vanilla extract. Salt? Why would salt go in cookie dough? That sounds terrible. Just a pinch. What's the point then? It enhances the flavor. Huh. If you're sure about that. The other stuff you told me to buy, are you sure we can make icing with it? We could have just gotten the stuff that's already made. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that it wasn't that good. Look, I've never really done something like this before. I used to just buy cookies or candies for my subordinates. I just figured that this year, it might be worth trying to be a little more... I don't know. Never mind. Can you tell me what the first step is? Cream together the butter and sugar until smooth. So, just mix it together with a spoon, right? Oh, so you've got one of those stand mixers. That's good. I was just thinking about how much longer it would take to make a couple batches of dough by hand. Okay, so these sticks of butter and a couple scoops of sugar go into the bowl. How do you work this thing? So that locks it down. Then you just adjust the speed here? Simple enough. While that's going, I think I remember the recipe saying that we need to mix the dry ingredients next, right? So, a few scoops of flour, a couple spoonfuls of baking powder, and a pinch of salt. When do the eggs go in? And the vanilla? Oh, wait, shouldn't we turn off the mixer to add in that stuff? I don't know how you did that without making a mess. Whenever I crack eggs, the shell gets all over the place. I've got the vanilla then. Just a little bit into the spoon and... Damn it! Too much poured out. That's not gonna mess it all up, right? Okay, good. Do you remember what temperature to set the oven? Hold on, I have to empty it first. Do you really use your oven for storage too? I suppose you have to make it work somehow, right? At least this makes finding the baking sheets easy. So, now we line these with parchment paper, and then we can add the dry ingredients into the wet ones. Let me do it. I have to say, this seems a lot easier than all the tutorials that I've been watching. Look. When I said that I've never done this sort of thing before, I meant it. I can cook just fine. Kind of had to improvise before I joined the mafia. Baking just... never came up. So, what's next? Dough seems ready now. I'll move the stuff we don't need right now out of the way. I have to say, gravity manipulation is quite helpful. It almost feels like cheating when cleaning up after yourself. Oh, you still needed the flour? Here you go. Why are you spreading flour on the counter? Hey! Watch where you're throwing the flour. You know you can't hit me, right? And you just gave me all the ammunition I need to hit you. You better duck! Ah! This is your fault for throwing the first clump of flour. Quit ducking behind the island. I know you're not a coward. There you are! Go! Oh shit! I nailed you in the face! Are you okay? Come here. I'll get it off of you. I didn't think that baking cookies could be fun like that. I'll keep this in mind for next time. Oh, hey. The oven's ready. So what was the point of the flour on the counter again? Ah, alright. That makes sense. So, we're rolling out the dough, then using the cutouts after. Got it. Here, I've got it. Make sure I didn't miss a spot on your face. Okay. Is this still too thick? All right. I'll roll it out a little more. Okay. Okay. Want to start with the snowflakes? All right, so these will be in there for like what? 10 minutes? That should be enough time to start on the next batch, right? Well, now that I've got the idea, it should go by quicker. You've got a question. I can see it on your face. Why am I going through the trouble of making homemade cookies? Okay, fine. I guess I just miss some things, and I think a lot of people feel the same way. Regardless of what the Mafia does, we're still all people. I just wanted to make sure that everyone knows that they're more than just hired guns or human weapons. I guess a bunch of cookies won't change their minds, but I always thought it was really nice that one time that you gave me some cookies. Like, seriously, who just walks up to an executive and's like, "Here, I made these for you." And don't you go spreading that around. Not that anyone's going to believe you. I'll just deny it and say they were from you anyway. You did help me out after all. Oh, hey. The cookies should be done now. I'll grab them. So, we're supposed to transfer them to a rack to let them cool off, and then I guess we can decorate them. Guess we need to start making that frosting soon, huh? Before we get started on the next batch, why don't we test them out? Have to make sure they're worth giving to everyone. Here, have a bite. What? You're shy to eat from my hand? You weren't shy about throwing around flour earlier. Come on, don't keep me waiting. Judging by your face, we picked a good recipe. Are you ready to bake some more? Hey, sweetheart. Thanks for joining me for this. I couldn't have done this without you. If you like this audio, then leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you're an adult who needs more than this cutesy stuff, then go to patreon.com/Anigomi. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for there. For the right price, you can get whatever you want. Check out anigomi.com/commissions for your own custom audio. Until next time,